So I'm in South Bend, Indiana today, and going to hit the Studebaker National Museum. Well, what does that have to do with jeans? Well, you'll have to stay tuned to find out. A little history on the Studebakers. They were actually blacksmith back in the day, and they would work on wagons. Well, this is interesting. This is the presidential carriage that Abe Lincoln had back in the day, and is actually the one that took him to the movie theater where he was shot. So this one's called an electric runabout. It's all electric, and had a 40-volt motor, it says. And retail price, brand new, was $1,150. One time Studebaker had the world's largest automobile plant in Detroit. So these are the presidential lines. They're for early 30s, 134-inch wheelbase. This 1901 electric car at one time had the world speed record. Let's see, how much was that? 57 miles per hour. And then over here's another electric car. This one was from 1911. So it looks like Studebaker built electric cars from 1902 to 1912. Here's another electric car that Studebaker built. They were commissioned by the government to build this. It's called the backward forward car, and it was used to haul people from the Senate building to the Capitol building. And they paid $2,400 for each of. There was two of them built. They paid $2,400. 1956 presidential. Came with the 289 in it, and the list price back in the day was $2,500. This Avante was built in '63. It has a, what do we have, a 304 in it, 411 horsepower. But look, it has a built-in cage. They used it at the Bonneville Salt Flats trying to get speed and endurance records. So who remembers riding in a station wagon, looking out the back window? Look at this guy. It's awesome. This was a prototype, but look at that window up here. It's even got a window sunroof, you call that? I don't know. Look how far back it goes in. You can see the line there. It goes all the way into the front roof. Let's see. Oh, it even had suicide doors. But it doesn't say if it ever went into production or not. So check this thing out. This prototype from 1963 that Studebaker was working on a new truck design. But it says they lacked the funds to actually put it into production. Look how squared off the front end is. So this one is one of my favorites that I've seen today. It's a '62 prototype called labeled the Stevens. Can you tell how squared out the front end is? It's real big and boxy. It's hard to see way back into that dark, but it's another one of the huge cars. It looks cool. Big old windshield on it. So let's take a look at this Packard here. It's in the collection. Hand built. Why isn't it focusing? Hand built in 90 days. This one's about 4 football fields long. It's called Packard Predictor. Rear window actually goes down, but check out this front windshield. How it wraps around. Take a look at the inside if we can. So it's a 1956 Packard Predictor, built in 90 days by hand. I gotta keep backing up so we can get it in the camera. It's about 4 miles long, but the windshield is the most unique, interesting thing to me. So I'm sure that was really cool to drive back in the day. This is the last Studebaker built. It was built in the plant in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada in 1966. So this is the Avante. It was built to compete with the Corvettes and Thunderbirds back in the day. And probably the crown jewel of all the Studebakers. This bearing is about 3 foot tall for the record. I don't know what it was used for, but it's cool looking. So what'd you think of that tour? That was pretty cool. Checking out the history of Studebaker and where they started as blacksmith to the industry they built. And I don't know much about Studebakers at all, other than what we saw today, and I was just able to read the cards that were next to the car and kind of spit out information that was there. So. But it was really cool to check them out, see them, and try to understand how they created this business. So anyways, you're probably saying to yourself, well, what does this have to do with Jeep, right? I thought this was a Jeep channel. Well, here it is. So in 1967, when Studebaker went out of business, one of these buildings here, and I'm still not sure which one it is, this one or this one, Studebaker sold that to Jeep. And Jeep started building CJs and Wagoneers out of there. And so there's your connection. So anyways, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have anything to comment about, write a comment below. Let me know what you think. What you think of the Studebakers or any of that stuff. What you think about these types of videos. Learning about other manufacturers and things like that. And if you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe now and join us for more of these types of adventures and other things. So until the next one, we'll see ya. Boom!